action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers and the Portland Trail Blazers. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. O'Neal is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's West. Then there's Kobe. And it's Johnson in at the point.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that stuff.
Walton with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trail Blazers. And Brandon Roy, the bucket on the assist by Aldridge.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
O'Neal trying to break free. Bryant's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Lillard. Drexler drawing the double team. 14 feet away. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe, and Kobe drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Roy against West. A nice shot by Roy.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Pass to Bryant. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Passes to West. Over Roy. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those. Taking this defense to task so far. No misses in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Johnson following the score by Clyde Drexler. The three from Bryant. They get it back. Shaq dishing to Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson releases from the wing and drills it.
Proving once again that he can flat out do it all. Magic phenomenal at creating off the dribble. This time burning the defense with the catch and fire.
Now here's Lillard. Johnson with the block. Fast break. The Lakers. Johnson's got the ball. And Shaq with the slam.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Kobe against Drexler. Aldridge. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's West with the drive. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here is Paxson. And he banks in the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Left side, Scott. The pass to Chamberlain. Lets it go with a 3. Lucas with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Paxson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Here's Worthy. And the dunk by Worthy.
Hard not to be a fan of the way Worthy plays. You see the quickness and agility there on the drive.
Pass to Sabonis. It's tipped and stolen by Chamberlain. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Scott. Worthy, the pass to Chamberlain. Tries again. And there's Baylor. That's good on the assist by Chamberlain. And that ties it up.
And of all the attributes, one thing that sometimes gets overlooked with Chamberlain is the court vision. Makes a great read there.
Here's Worthy. Pass to Goodrich. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Worthy. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Paxson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time. And the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Oh, well, listen, guys, that was great work, making them pay for the laps on defense.
Passes it to Sabonis, and the shot goes in.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Here's Worthy. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Worthy's got his second bucket.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far, both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end. But a lot of game left to play.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Portland out in front. They lead by a bucket. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
We've got C.J. McCollum. Lucas is out there with Sabonis. And it's Petrie in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. McCollum finds Sabonis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped away. Gasol with the steal. To the middle. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, nice setup by Baylor. Man, this guy can pass, shoot, rebound. Anything you need, he's there to provide it.
Lucas the pass to Petrie. The 11-footer, and Gasol sends it back. And it's good for 2. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really, nobody's had a bigger impact on the NBA than George Mikan. And he continues to set the standard for post play. I mean, scoring, defending. Mike improves how an elite big man can change the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Walton comes in for Sabonis. And LaMarcus Aldridge is subbed in for Lucas. And then for the Lakers, Bryant is checked in for Baylor. And West subs in for Byron Scott.
He plays with so much heart. McCollum, I mean, is constantly battling on the court. This time, it's on the glass.
West outside. Here's Kobe. And he can't bank that one in. Portland leading by 3. And the basket by Walton. Walton's got his first bucket of the night.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
One shot. Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
So both teams making some changes here. And here are the Trailblazers now. Lillard from outside. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long distance shot, you know it's cash.
West kicks to Bryant. Over Drexel. Offensive rebound to the right side. And the pass to Wilkes. Bryant against Drexel. Roy with the block. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fast break, the Lakers. West with a wide open look. O'Neal passes to West. Here's Wilkes. On deep. Abdul-Jabbar dishes to O'Neal. Lakers working the ball around now. Kicks it to Bryant. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. And again, no good by the Lakers.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Here's Lillard. Aldridge trying to break free. Drexler. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Shaq's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Bryant. Got a hand on it. West against Aldridge. And the shot is good. Aldridge has got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
West passes to Wilkes. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Lillard. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Lakers trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Kobe dishes to O'Neal. Ryan in the post. Drexler defending. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist by Bryant.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Oh, yeah, and that's just a good read on his part. And as usual, his mid-range jumper is on point.
Ball's knocked loose. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's sent back by Lillard.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
How about the explosive vertical there? Not much you can do to stop Drexler once he gets to the rim.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Pass to Roy. For the 3. Bryant with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Lakers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. First one falls for.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 5. And we'll be back right.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we had. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Checking out the Trailblazers. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Clyde Drexler, what a contribution so far.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got O'Neal. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Kobe. Then it's Johnson, and it's West in at the 2 spot. Here's Drexler, and Drexler throws it down.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt. And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between there.
Knocks it loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Here's Drexler, and finished off by Drexler.
A high flyer, yet it's seemingly effortless in terms of how he just swoops in to the basket. Clyde the glide in full effect.
Johnson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Lakers making a switch here. Baylor's checked in. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. That's a 2 from Lillard. And again, it's Portland converting.
They've been very sharp to start the half. A perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
Johnson kicks to Baylor. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shaq passes to Baylor. Great D that time from Walton. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Roy, and then Roy with the jam.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Lakers with the ball. Pass to Mikan. And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Here's Petrie. And again, it's Portland converting.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Johnson outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And entering the league, Magic was an average shooter at best. Has worked extremely hard to improve that facet of his game. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's McCollum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. James Worthy's checked in for Baylor. And it's Goodrich in for Byron Scott.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Kersey's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
And while only 6'7", Kersey is a master at timing his jump. Excellent footwork right there on the offensive glass.
Uncovered. That one falls. Kersey's got his second basket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, just paying off in this game.
Over to the wing. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. And again, the Lakers no good. Portland leading by 14. And stolen by Worthy. To the inside. Gasol passes to Mikan. Johnson surveying the floor. But they recover it.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Worthy kicks to Goodrich. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up again. That one no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. McCollum with the ball, and Worthy picks him up defensively.
Gotta love the aggressiveness of McCollum. He doesn't back down from the defense. Embraces getting hit while shooting.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this. Both teams deciding to change it up.
At the line for 2.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Lakers trail by 16. West dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Worthy. Los Angeles with another miss. It's Sabonis with the drive, and he gets the bucket. Sabonis has got his third basket of the night.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove.
And so it's Portland holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Lucas is out there with Sabonis. Then there's Paxson. Then it's Brandon Roy. And it's Kersey in at the three. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Bryant the bucket on the assist from West.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
Passes it to Lucas. Unloads from 13. Jump shot is good.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Here's Chamberlain. Again, Los Angeles.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Roy misses.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Lakers trail by 15. Kobe, the pass to Worthy. Lakers working the ball around now. He gets it in there.
And they've had assists now on their last three baskets.
Now a timeout called by Portland. A different look now for Portland. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Lucas. Drexler comes in for Kersey. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Paxson. The Lakers also making some changes. O'Neal's checked in for Chamberlain. Baylor comes in for Worthy. And it's Scott in for Bryant. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Portland head coach talking to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Thank you, David. And Lillard gets it to go.
Well, Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
From past the arc. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Baylor. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. West against Lillard. The pass to O'Neal. No good there. Nice D from Sabonis. Portland leading by 14. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Ryan is checked in for the Lakers. Johnson comes in for Scott. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lillard from outside. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And there's the call on Roy. That's foul number 2 for him. Johnson, that's for 2. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, that's the one.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Roy passes to Aldridge. Portland no good that time either. Lakers trail by 12. And Magic Johnson the bucket on the assist from Kobe. And that's 13 points for Johnson.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about they're not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
Roy kicks to Drexler. Tries it from 9. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Bryant, that's for 2. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Pass to Drexler. Lillard outside. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Shaq kicks to Bryant. Lets the 3 fly, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And it takes a Herculean defensive effort to rattle Bryant. He sinks contested shots at will. How about his focus?
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And the basket by West.
I mean, that's what I'd call the prototype. When you talk about catching and shooting, West squares those shoulders, elbow in perfect alignment. Money.
Lillard finds Aldridge. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the time. Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. Nice shot from the wing.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was